What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. There are no style points when it comes to winning. A win is a win. The Jets desperately needed one, and they got it. Thank goodness, because if they lost this, the second guessing and the questioning would have been wild for Saleh. But winning is the ultimate deodorant where you can look past a lot of stuff, like, all right, they won, and we won't dwell on a lot of stuff that happened. On offense, the Broncos came into the game as one of the worst defenses in football statistically. And you said, get Brees the ball. Get Brees, like, run the ball, pound the rock. And he's your best player in offense. Feed him. The Jets did exactly that. I think he had 177 yards. He had a long touchdown run, 72 yards. They tried to sprinkle in Dalvin Cook and Michael Carter, but running the ball was paramount, and they got that done. A lot of credit to the offensive line, which looks like has suffered a big loss to Elijah Vera Tucker again. At one point, Vera Tucker and Mekhi Becton were both out. Max Mitchell plugged in fine. So a lot of credit to them. The passing game, the one thing that is so weird with the Jets, like the first quarter of games, they don't seem like they're either prepared or the scripted plays don't match or whatever it is, because they just don't seem in sync. And then, like, in the second quarter, they make adjustments. Second half, they become better. But it's so weird. But the passing game was just struggling for the most part. You had some nice plays, like, then you had some drops. Zach Wilson had like a mixed game. Like, you saw some good, you saw some errant throws. At the end of the game, they went empty backfield, and he made the big throw to Conklin, which gets you all fired up. The next pat, then again, the same situation on third down. He throws an interception, where the ball went to Garrett Wilson. Wasn't a great throw. So you saw some good, you saw some bad from Zach, but I mean, he still stayed in the pocket. And he found a way to get the win. The play calling on offense, especially in the red zone, drives you crazy, man. When you're right on the goal line, it's like run, third and whatever, 5, 6, whatever pass. They never throw the ball into the end zone, ever. You have like a fade pass, you can do quick slants, you can do all these things. The ball is always short of the goal line. It never goes in the end zone. It drives me crazy. And they're always settling for field goals. I don't understand what happens there, whether it's a Hackett thing, whether it's a Zach thing. It doesn't make sense. Before the half was just, this is why you're glad the Jets won. Before halftime, the Jets completely blew it. They gave away 3 points where Zach completes a pass with they had the ball like 14 seconds left. Zach completes a pass to Uzama, and they don't even get a chance to down the ball, and they walk off without even getting a field goal shot there, which cost them 3 points. The situational awareness there drives you crazy. The coaching drives you crazy. Just the whole process there was just ugly. But again, when you win, you look past a lot of this stuff. Second half, they played a lot better. They got in rhythm, but when you run the football, the other thing that makes you wonder is too, is when you're running the ball that effectively, how is play action pass not more of an option here? And the one time they did do play action pass, it was like a 2-yard pass. I'm like, how do you not have more chances to take shot downfield? They got the one pass to Garrett Wilson downfield, but it just, sometimes you wonder about their aggressive nature on the passing attack, how much they want to see Zach do. They don't. But then towards the end, they opened it up. Defensively, it was really frustrating because, again, they came out slow. They gave up points. They looked like they were just lost. Russell Wilson was running around. But then, like in every other game we've seen, first quarter they play like garbage. Second quarter they get better. Coming out of half, they played good. They have some rough moments in the fourth quarter. But then today they iced it. Quincy Williams has been incredible, dude. 2 sacks. He had the strip sack where Bryce Hall picked up, ran it for a touchdown. Bryce Hall, the way he picked up the fumble, like in years past, that ball would have bounced out of bounds or he would have tripped over it, whatever else. The fact that he cleanly picked it up and ran to the end zone to ice the game was incredible. But Quincy's playing at a Pro Bowl level. You had, Jermaine Johnson had, I think, a sack. Bryce Huff had a sack. A lot of relentless pressure off the edge. And this is why Carl Lawson's not playing. You saw just the explosive nature off the edge. Carl Lawson doesn't currently have right now. Now, you sacrifice some things in the running game, but for the most part, the defense second half was awesome, dude. Will McDonald got in the game. And again, they always had these untimely mistakes, man, where it's like the roughing the passer calls, like these stupid penalties that drive you crazy, where you like when they're aggressive, but you hate the big mistakes, right? So, but again, they locked it up. Again, in the fourth quarter, the Broncos marched down the field, and I think it was like a 3-minute drive, scored a touchdown. You're like, aided by a roughing the passer call. But they locked it down when they had to. They played well considering that they didn't have DJ Reed and Brandon Eccles, which was big. Other than that, special teams, Gibson had a tough day, man, where you're almost like you wish the McCole Hardman was inactive, I was to the point after he fumbled to him where I was like, you know what? If McCole Hardman was active, I probably would have replaced Gibson because it kind of felt like he was in his head a little bit, or I would have put Randall Cobb back there because he's a young player, man. Like the third one where he fumbled it, he got hit at the same time. So but I just felt like a rookie could have been in his own head, and you don't want to lose the game, right? So, but they got off the field with that. Other than that, man, it's a win. There's so much to cover, man. I had like notes all over the place, but it's a win, like a desperately needed win. You saw the Bills lose today. You saw the Patriots lose today. You just want to stay in the mix. You got to keep stacking up wins. So early in the season, it's just a matter of staying in the mix. And then towards the end, if you can make a run, that's great. You got a tough Eagle game next week, but you take it, man. You just take the wins. It's good to see like the team rally around Hackett too, where And the other thing too, Sean Payton did some weird stuff where the Jets defense is struggling. He does this weird end around. And they fumble it. I think it was a Quentin Jefferson or like Al Woods. Al Woods got a safety too, but Quentin Jefferson recovered a fumble. Like Sean Payton's play calling was so strange, man. Like he had no feel for the game. Like Russell Wilson was doing a lot of good things, and they didn't take advantage of certain matchups where you figured Bryce Hall was there. I don't think Cortland Sutton had a catch. Jerry Jeudy did some good things, but they had matchups I thought they would take advantage of. They didn't really do that. So you got to feel good for Hackett, though, man, to get a win. The team rallied around him a little bit. You could see how happy he was and how much it meant to him. Sean Payton had no class whatsoever. Even the way Payton ended the game was strange with his timeouts and all this other stuff. You lost, dude. Like, get over it. And then the Jets' social media team is on fire with the things they're posting, which is great. But overall, I'll take it, man. Winning is better than losing. Tomorrow morning, we can wake up and be like, at least, you know what? We got a chance to stay in the mix. Because if you go 1-4, losing another conference game, when it comes to tiebreakers down the end, if you want to talk playoffs, you can't keep losing games to, especially losing games to a team that you know you're better than. So that's it. I'm sure this video isn't that great. I'm tired, and so many things happened. It was like you're just exhausted watching this game. I'll talk to you guys later.